Welcome to Trendy Matter, your one-stop shop for entertainment. Join us as we explore the latest lifestyle and entertainment trends and learn something new along the way. Let's dive into the latest and greatest, and be sure to subscribe to stay updated on all Trendy Matter has to offer.
Forrest Gump is a timeless, beloved movie that many of us have watched countless times since it came out in 1994. With Tom Hanks delivering an Oscar-winning performance, a fantastic cast, skillful direction, and a heartwarming and clever script, it has become a lasting classic for many good reasons. Yet, even if you feel like you know this film inside out, there might still be a few things you overlooked. So let's explore the hidden secrets of Forrest Gump in a way you've never seen before. Let's start with the main character. Can you believe it that before Tom Hanks took on the role, some pretty famous actors said no thanks to playing Forrest? Yes, you heard it right. John Travolta, Bill Murray, and Chevy Chase were all offered the part, but they turned it down for various reasons. John Travolta decided to star in Quentin Tarantino's dark comedy crime movie called Pulp Fiction, which turned out to be a fantastic movie for him. He even got an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Meanwhile, poor Chevy Chase might still be kicking himself for passing on the opportunity. But sometimes things work out the way they're supposed to. Pulp Fiction helped John Travolta get back on track in his acting career and regain his spot as one of the top-notch actors in Hollywood. Imagine how different Forrest Gump would have been if someone else had played the lead role. Tom Hanks nailed it, and the movie became a classic. It's crazy how these little decisions can have such a big impact on someone's life and career. So the next time you watch Forrest Gump or Pulp Fiction, you can think about the actors who almost played the main character and how their choices led them down different paths. It's like a behind-the-scenes story that makes these movies even more fascinating, don't you think? Alright, after a quick catch-up about the main character, now let's talk about Sally Field, who played Mrs. Gump in the movie Forrest Gump. And you might be surprised to know that she was just 10 years older than Tom Hanks, the actor who played Forrest Gump. To make her look older for the role, they used a gray wig and some makeup. It's interesting to know that before this movie, Sally Field and Tom Hanks had worked together before in a movie called Punchline back in 1988. In that one, Field was Hanks' love interest. Can you imagine their surprise when they found out that they'd be playing mother and son in Forrest Gump? Awkward much? The first few days of filming were filled with interesting thoughts and maybe a little awkwardness. But that's part of the movie-making process. It's incredible to see how actors can transform themselves into different characters and make us believe in their roles. It's amazing what movie magic and talented actors can do to entertain us. Let's continue our list of hidden secrets with a fascinating location, the Gump Residence. If you're a fan of the iconic movie Forrest Gump and hoping to see his childhood home in Alabama, well, hold on to your seats, because there's a surprising twist. The truth is, the house that was used in the movie, that large, charming southern farmhouse, wasn't actually in Alabama at all. It was built in South Carolina, but here comes the sad part. After they finished filming, they decided to tear it down completely. But don't lose hope yet. You can head over to the Bluff Plantation on Twickenham Road, just southeast of a charming little town called Yamasee, which is located in Beaufort and Hampton counties, South Carolina. It's where they built both the Gump Residence and Jenny's farmhouse. While you won't find the original movie house, you can still soak in the atmosphere and imagine the scenes that took place there during filming. So, if you're up for a journey into the world of Forrest Gump, make sure to add the Bluff Plantation to your travel itinerary. Next hidden secret in our memory lane is about Haley Joel Osment's journey in acting. Back in the 1990s, there was this talented child actor named Haley Joel Osment. You might remember him from some really cool dramas and thrillers, like the mind-bending movie The Sixth Sense in 1999. But did you know that Haley actually started his acting career at the super young age of 6? Yup, that's right. His very first gig was in the iconic movie Forrest Gump, where he played the role of Forrest Gump Jr. It was a big deal for such a young actor, and he did a fantastic job. Later on, as Haley grew up, he had some nice words to say about his on-screen dad, Tom Hanks. He called Tom a great first cinema dad. How sweet is that? In 2011, after gaining all that acting experience, Haley decided to hit the books too. He went to the New York University Tisch School of the Arts, which is pretty impressive. And guess what? Even now, as an adult, Haley's still rocking the acting world. You can catch him in various movies and TV shows, showing off his talent and making us all entertained. Let's keep the ball rolling and discover what's up next. Have you ever noticed how Forrest in the movie always had his eyes closed in every single picture taken of him? It might seem a bit odd, but there's actually a cool reason behind it. You see, Tom Hanks, the amazing actor who portrayed Forrest, and the director had a clever plan. They wanted to make Forrest Gump a convincing and unique character with some quirky habits. So Tom Hanks came up with the idea of Forrest always closing his eyes in photos. Why? Well, it's because he wanted to show that Forrest was trying really hard to be normal in his own way. And you know what's even more interesting? It shows how dedicated Tom Hanks is to his craft as an actor. He didn't just play Forrest Gump, he put real thought and effort into creating a truly memorable and endearing character. So, the next time you watch Forrest Gump, keep an eye out for those closed eyes in the pictures. It's one of those delightful touches that make the movie even more awesome. Happy watching! Moving right along, let's shift our focus to another interesting story about the movie and some cool actors who almost played a character named Bubba Blue. So, in the movie Forrest Gump, there's this character named Bubba Blue, who's Forrest's good friend. It turns out that two famous guys, Ice Cube and Dave Chappelle, were asked to play Bubba, but they both said no thanks. Ice Cube said he didn't want to play a character who wasn't too smart, while Dave Chappelle didn't believe the movie would do well. But hey, everyone's got their reasons, right? Eventually, the role of Bubba went to a talented actor named Michael T. Mykelti Williamson. He did an amazing job, and we can't imagine anyone else playing that role now. Even though Ice Cube and Chappelle have said they regret not taking the part, don't worry about them. They went on to have super successful careers in their own right. You won't believe what's coming next. The feather. Yes, you heard it right. It may sound surprising, but even that little feather we often overlook has a fascinating story behind it. Remember that captivating movie scene from Forrest Gump? Well, it has sparked loads of different interpretations among fans. The scene opens with a feather gently floating through the air until it gracefully lands at Forrest's feet. People have seen this moment in many different ways. Some believe the feather represents Forrest's kind and adventurous spirit. Remember that famous line where Forrest says, "Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get." Well, it kinda reinforces this idea. Whether you see it that way or not, this scene is undeniably one of the most thought-provoking moments in film history. It truly sets the mood for what's to come in the rest of the movie. It's like a little hint that adds some extra charm and depth to the story. Now, let's switch gears and talk about one of the most iconic lines from the film that wasn't even in the script. Can you believe it? Tom Hanks, who played Forrest Gump, actually came up with the line on the spot. In the scene where he meets Bubba for the first time, he says, "My name is Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump." Director Robert Zemeckis loved this impromptu addition so much that he decided to keep it in the final cut. Talk about a happy accident. Now, if you're a movie buff, you might recognize that this line pays homage to the famous James Bond quote, "My name is Bond, James Bond." It's a cool little nod to the suave secret agent we all know and love. While Forrest Gump may not have Bond's smoothness, we still admire his kindness and strong work ethic. So, there you have it, a neat tidbit about one of the most memorable moments in Forrest Gump. It just goes to show that sometimes the best lines are the ones that happen spontaneously. Next time you watch the movie, listen closely for this awesome ad-libbed gem. Do you believe in luck? Well, get ready to become a believer after hearing this hidden story from the making of Forrest Gump. It's a tale of extraordinary luck. There was this super lucky tourist from Atlanta who got the chance of a lifetime to be in one of America's most loved movies. He played the role of a reporter who interviewed Forrest when he went to Washington, D.C. to receive his Medal of Honor. The man was just visiting D.C. with his wife, having a good old time. The movie producers spotted him and they thought this guy might be perfect for the part. So they asked him to read the script. His delivery of the lines was so impressive that they couldn't resist casting him in the movie. It's one of those incredible stories that show you never know what life has in store for you. Imagine being on vacation and suddenly landing a role in a famous film. That's the stuff dreams are made of, right? So next time you're on a vacation, who knows what amazing surprises might be waiting for you, just like this lucky tourist from Atlanta. But hold on a sec, we can't overlook Forrest's awesome blue checkered shirt. You probably noticed something really interesting about Forrest's outfit throughout the film. As we follow Forrest's life journey from a kid to a teenager and finally to an adult, he rocks this super cool blue checkered shirt in different scenes. But why does he wear it? Let me spill the beans. See, that blue checkered shirt is like a time-traveling fashion statement. Every time we see Forrest jump to a different age, he's sporting that same blue checkered shirt. It's like a little fashion flag telling us we've moved on to a new phase in Forrest's life. It's a nifty way the filmmakers show us the changes in time. But that's not all. Remember when we get to the end of the movie? Yup, Forrest's son is there, and guess what he's wearing? You got it, a blue checkered shirt. Just like his dad. It's a touching reminder that life keeps moving, and Forrest's journey has come full circle, with his own son stepping into a new stage of life. Well, there you have it, folks. Forrest Gump isn't just a heartwarming and iconic film, it's a treasure trove of hidden details and secrets waiting to be discovered. So, next time you watch Forrest Gump, keep an eye out for these hidden gems, and you'll appreciate the movie even more. See you in the next video.
Thanks for tuning in to Trendy Matter. Stay updated, informed, and keep up with the latest trends with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more exciting content. Until next time, keep the trend alive.